basics. This is a basic fishing knot, and we're going to be using today some line or some rope and a sinker. So first of all, we have the line coming from somewhere, and then we have the end of the line. Today we're going to be putting that through the sinker, and we end up with the tab part of our line and the long piece of the line. We need to have enough of this come through so that we've got room to move to work with it. If we only have a small bit through, then we won't be able to work with it at the other end. So let's pull enough through so that we can actually work with it, and we can chop off the end later on. So we've pulled through our long line, our tab, so we have two pieces. The next step is to get our tab piece and form a loop. So as you can see there is the loop. The loop is on this side, so it's towards you, and it's sitting simply there next to the sinker. Our next step is to leave the tab pointing upwards, and we hold the longer line with the two end fingers, the pinky finger, and we put our middle finger into the loop. We do the same thing, holding onto the sinker with the two smaller fingers, the pinky, and we put our middle finger into the loop. That frees up these two fingers and these two, the finger and thumb, to be able to work with our tab. The next step, holding those two middle fingers in there, is to put the tab around the two pieces that we have created here by having the loop. So we're going to go around the top, in through, pull it out. Do the same thing again, and the same thing again. We can actually do this up to 5 or 6 times if we're using a different type of line, but for today's process, 3 times is fine. Once we've done that, we can take our middle fingers out of the loop, hold on to only the tab, and pull it tight. That will form the knot itself, and it will form that further up the longer line. Now, if we were using fishing line or braid, we would now lubricate or wet the line. Often fishermen will just put it in their mouth, wipe it up and down. We don't need to do that today because we are using a rope. And all we need to do now is to tighten that by holding onto the long line and what we're attaching it to, in this case the sinker, and pulling tight. And that will give you a very basic but very strong fishing knot that will not come undone. And all we need to do if we were fishing would be to clip that end off there, and we would have a sinker, our hook or whatever it may be, attached to our line. And that is a basic fishing knot.